Come on in. The fire is hot. Hey everyone, we're back and we're here to talk about Aries season. So the sun enters Aries on March 20th. And this is, of course, the start of a new astrological season. It's also the start of the vernal equinox. So we have a new season coming in here in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the south, you're going into autumn. But here where I live, we're going into the spring. So we're starting a whole new season. So Aries is a cardinal sign, and all the cardinal signs start new seasons. So we're starting something. This is a season of starting. Aries season is ruled by Mars. So all about that courage, the vitality, the go, go, go. So that fire is here to sort of energize us. The fire of Aries is here to energize us. And Aries has a reputation for being impulsive, but think about that word impulse for just a second. It's sort of a somatic experience of action, the impulse to say something, the impulse to respond in a certain way, the impulse to react. We can think about Mars as ruling sort of the fight or flight response. So there's something that we are responding to in an organic way with our body. So that impulse, we can talk about that. We can elaborate on that for a moment, because that really just implies that we are responding to a feeling. We're responding to something very instinctual that we know we should do without second guessing it. And that's the important thing, without second guessing it. Because when we're second guessing it, then that sort of implies that maybe we shouldn't do the thing that we're feeling, that we feel so strongly within us. So that's the other thing that Aries really boasts is confidence. So this is a season to really remind us about what it is that we're about. Aries, the sun is exalted in Aries. So the significations that we get from Aries about self-awareness and motivation and self-reflection and self-knowledge, these really come not from the first house at all. This comes from the fact that the sun is exalted in Aries. So we get these qualities, these sun qualities around purpose and presence and how we're showing up. And so those are the things that Aries season really wants us to be cognizant of and to remind ourselves of. So this is a season of renewal if you're here in the north with me, and it's the start of spring. So maybe we're having some sort of renewal, renewing our sense of purpose, renewing our presence and like our connection with that, and sort of reinvigorating our motivation. So I know I'm getting outside. It is definitely stoking my fire. And in all the ways, there's so much more joy and vitality just in our household. I feel like Pisces season can feel quite sleepy, at least where I live. And then the Saturnian months too. Lots of just being inside and consolidating our forces. But now Aries season is here to reinvigorate us. So let's talk about springtime, because the equinox can mean, has historically meant so many different things to many different cultures, but my origins are Celtic. So I'm always inclined to think of the pagans and how the vernal equinox is synonymous with Ostara, which is where we get Easter. Ostara was a story, and you'll have to look it up, but there's a goddess, and she's here to defrost. She's here to bring spring back to the earth. So this is a fertility holiday. So we see symbolism of eggs. We see symbolism of rabbits. Don't have to use your imagination too hard on that when thinking about fertility. And sweets, the sweetness of life. So this is, Ostara was the goddess of spring. She was the goddess of the dawn, the goddess of the renewal. So goddess of the dawn, we're thinking sun. We're thinking the sun is overtaking the night, at least here in the north. But all equinoxes carry inherently that theme of equal and balance. And we'll see that more later in Aries season when we talk about the Libra full moon. But for right now, that was your Aries season astrology shot of the day. And quickly, before I close out, I will tell you, Aries season is quite a doozy. I recently joined astrologer Melissa LaFera on her podcast, Energetic Principles, where we give a forecast, a detailed forecast for an overview for Aries season. We also talk about the Aries ingress chart, which is a chart that we can use in the mundane branch of astrology for world trend forecasting, talking about politics, economics, even you can even predict weather with that chart. So if you're curious to hear more about the Aries ingress chart, definitely check out Energetic Principles and our Aries season overview. And I look forward to sharing more of that breakdown with you here on YouTube and Instagram over the rest of Aries season. So that was your Aries season astrology shot of the day. Thanks so much for tuning in with me today. Book your next astrology reading with me by visiting my website, where you can also sign up for my newsletter and stay up to date on courses, events, and new articles. Bye.